Welcome to Anonymous Science Facts, where we delve into the most unbelievable facts from history and science. Today we're taking a wild ride into the past, exploring the fascinating world of mummies, the sacred status of cats, and the bizarre rat trials of the Middle Ages. Have you ever wondered how pets were treated in ancient civilizations? Or why cats were held in such high regard in ancient Egypt? And what's this about rat trials? Well, buckle up, because we're about to unravel these mysteries and more. Let's jump right into our first historical fact: mummified pets in ancient Egypt. Did you know that in ancient Egypt, mummification became so popular that even pets were mummified? Yes, that's right. The ancient Egyptians had a profound reverence for life, both human and animal. And this was deeply reflected in their burial customs. Mummification wasn't just for pharaohs. The practice was so widespread that it extended to the middle class, and even to their pets. This was a significant part of their belief in the afterlife, as they thought that preserving the body would ensure the soul's survival beyond death. Now, imagine walking down the streets of ancient Egypt and seeing an array of pet cemeteries, each filled with mummified cats, baboons, birds, and even crocodiles. These were not just any pets. They were beloved family members, and their mummification was a testament to the bond between humans and animals, even in death. Cats and crocodiles were particularly popular pets to mummify, both for their symbolic significance and their role in households. Cats, revered for their hunting skills, were associated with the goddess Bastet, while crocodiles, known for their power and might, were linked to the god Sobek. So, mummification wasn't just about preserving the body. It was a profound ritual that reflected the cultural, religious, and emotional dynamics of ancient Egyptian society. So next time you think your pet is spoiled, remember the ancient Egyptians who mummified their beloved cats and crocodiles. Speaking of pets, ancient Egyptians revered cats so much that killing one carried the death penalty. Can you imagine that? Now, let's delve deeper into this fascinating bit of history. In the land of the pharaohs, cats were not just pets. They were sacred creatures, symbols of grace and poise, and were deeply associated with the goddess Bastet, the deity of home, fertility, and childbirth. This divine connection elevated cats to a sacred status in the society. So how seriously was this taken? Well, let's just say you wouldn't want to be caught hurting a cat in ancient Egypt. Even an accidental killing of a cat, whether by a citizen or a visitor, was considered a grave offense, punishable by death. This wasn't just about protecting a favorite household pet, it was about preserving the sanctity of a divine symbol. So it's safe to say that in ancient Egypt, cats were truly the kings and queens of the animal kingdom. Moving from ancient Egypt to the Middle Ages, did you know that some people put rats on trial with lawyers and sentenced them to death by cat torture? That's right, folks! This might sound like a Monty Python sketch, but it was a real thing. Back then, rats were seen as more than just pests. They were considered perpetrators of crimes and were treated as such. In an era marked by superstition and religious fervor, it was believed that animals, just like humans, had moral agency. This meant that if a rat nibbled on your grain or caused any sort of mischief, it was seen as a criminal act. And so, they were given a proper trial, just as a human would be. Can you imagine a rat standing accused in a court of law, with a lawyer defending its actions? The process of these trials was quite formal, and by all means serious. A lawyer would represent the rat, arguing its case before a judge. The charges could range from property damage to more serious accusations like spreading diseases. If found guilty, the rats were sentenced to death, but not just any death. They were condemned to die by cat torture. A truly ironic twist of fate, wouldn't you say? So, the next time you complain about a rat problem, remember that in the Middle Ages they had a whole legal system to deal with them. Continuing with our theme of animal-related historical oddities, it wasn't just rats that were put on trial in the Middle Ages. In fact, there were numerous records of other animals being prosecuted for various crimes. It's hard to believe, but animals like pigs, horses, and even insects were sometimes brought before the court. These trials were known as animal trials, and were a common practice in parts of Europe between the 13th and 18th centuries. For instance, in 1386, a pig was executed in France for the murder of a child. Similarly, in 1474, a rooster was put on trial for the crime of laying an egg which villagers believed was hatched by Satan himself, and it wasn't just domestic animals. There are records of trials against moles, weevils, and locusts for damaging crops. These cases reveal a fascinating, albeit bizarre aspect of medieval law and belief systems. Can you imagine being a lawyer in those times, having to defend a horse or a swarm of locusts in a court of law? It's no wonder that these animal trials are some of the most unbelievable historical facts we've come across. From our exploration of animal trials in the Middle Ages, we move forward in time to the 19th century, when these practices began to fade away. The Enlightenment period brought about a shift in societal beliefs, leading to changes in legal systems. Animals were no longer seen as moral beings capable of committing crimes, but instead as creatures driven by instinct. This marked the end of animal trials, and the beginning of more rational legal proceedings. It's fascinating to see how our understanding of animals and their behavior has evolved over time. Today we recognize that animals don't possess the same moral consciousness as humans, and hence can't be held accountable for their actions in a court of law. Yet, these historical instances serve as a stark reminder of how our perceptions and legal systems have developed. They remind us of a time when a pig could be executed for murder, or a swarm of locusts could be tried for damaging crops. So the next time you see your pet misbehaving, remember, they're just being animals, not criminals. And thankfully, they won't be facing a courtroom anytime soon. Isn't history just fascinating and sometimes simply unbelievable? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on a topic you want us to investigate. We would love to hear from you and add your facts to a future video.